resulting in a deal with Israel and Egypt to get humanitarian aid into Gaza. He says Egypt has agreed to open the Gaza border crossing to allow 20 trucks to enter with humanitarian aid.
Fox's Kevin Court. There could be a third vote for House Speaker today. Ohio Republican Jim Jordan lost ground yesterday. Nebraska Republican Don Bacon on Fox.
The problems we've had since January, a small group of people run roughshod over the entire conference.
He opposes Jordan voting in the Republican majority first to keep Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, then for Steve Scalise, who dropped out before a vote on the House floor with not enough support to win. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Okay, well, welcome back to the show. I think we just got off the air here just a couple hours ago, weren't we just on the air?
Seems like it.
Yeah. I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And Kelly is not here today. She's up in upstate.
Yes.
In another state. A state of confusion, probably, right? I don't know whether it was before she got there. Don't tell her I said that. She's probably not listening, right?
She's probably still sleeping.
Yeah, welcome to Thursday. And we got a pretty good-looking day coming up. And we got a couple of fine folks we're going to be chatting with today.
Yes.
One's, he's an Air Force, retired Air Force.
Colonel,
Honor Guard.
Yes.
Presidential Honor Guard.
Yes, he worked under Bush and Reagan.
And he's going to be joining us here in the studio in about half hour.
Yes, anytime soon.
Yeah, he'll show up. No doubt about it. Very quickly. And anyway, we'll have another good chat with him. Haven't seen him in a year or two. You see him pretty regularly, right?
Yeah, I talk to him quite often. Yeah, okay. He's been working on some things that's involving Onslow County also, and he's going to tell everybody about it. It's really cool. And some other things upcoming for Veterans Day, too.
Yes.
So, very educated man in the military. Now, we can talk hours military.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I call him a member of the Chair Force?
The Chair Force?
Yeah, that's what a lot of the guys refer to themselves as.
Oh.
And when they have to go roughing it and then sleep in the go camping and all that stuff, they pick the nearest Holiday Inn.
He would probably.
I'm just kidding,
yeah,
Pete.
yeah.
That's you've heard of all, but good friend of mine's Air Force, former, and so that's what he puts it down as. He calls it the Chair Force.
Interesting.
You got a couple of other things we're keeping our eye on right now. Last night, about 10 o'clock, a little after 10 o'clock, Law Enforcement Board Camp Lejeune, they apprehended a Marine who they say is suspected of some sort of involvement in the death of another Marine. They're calling it a homicide, so I don't know. It occurred in an on-base barracks room last night. No other details are available, no names, no nothing, details of the situation. We don't know yet. They will be forthcoming at some point.
Biggest thing is he's in custody.
Yeah, he's in custody. So
the ones to allege have
one thing we do know, and that's pretty much about it. Over in Onslow County, in the Stella area, they found a boat adrift. And a possible boating accident, and the Wildlife Resources Commission is investigating, and they have recovered the body of a man they identified as the boat owner about 11 o'clock Monday. The officer in charge of the investigation, I guess, is Barbara Smith. I've been known her for quite a few years. Said they are still investigating, and no other details have been made available. So
I was reading that story, and they said that when they found the boat adrift, the person's dog was still in the boat.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Wow.
Yep, it's wild. Anyway, a couple of local breaking news items here that we're following. We'll continue following them as the day wears on. Let's see, what else is there going on out there? There's a ton. There's a
Groundhog Day.
Is it Groundhog Day?
It was Groundhog Day yesterday in the House of Representatives.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah.
I'm just like, it didn't take long. And 2 more defectors added to the list yesterday to vote against Jordan.
But then it changed. I don't know.
It was 20 on the first vote that voted against
Uh-huh.
Jordan, and 22 yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So not making much progress.
The reason they're voting, they're not necessarily voting for anybody else in particular, but they are supporting other members of the Republican Party, some of them, right?
There are some that voted for Scalise
Uh-huh.
and McCarthy, who both of those are voting for Jordan. So
Yeah.
they just have a personality conflict with Jordan
Apparently.
for various reasons, and they absolutely are refusing to vote for him. So yet another day we sit. It's supposed to be a third vote
Maybe
today.
they don't like his tie.
Yeah, I don't know. But he was actually, Theo, you would be glad to know, he was wearing a suit jacket.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Normally you don't see him wearing a suit jacket.
No.
As soon as he comes out of the house, he's got it over his arm. But yeah, both days
Yeah.
he's been wearing a suit jacket
Yeah. Okay.
and his yellow tie, Theo, his yellow tie.
Yeah. The guy who made a lot of news back in 2005, the eyes of the world were on Horhan. I don't even know how you pronounce his first name.
Horhan.
Horhan?
Oh.
Joran. It's Dutch.
I don't know. I just look at it and I say Jordan. I don't know.
It's not Jordan. It's Jorhan or something like that. Vandersloot. We all know that one. It happened in Aruba. An 18-year-old high school student on a school trip to Aruba disappeared after leaving a bar with the older Vandersloot. It was obvious to the world that he was involved with the disappearance, was even accused of murdering her and hiding her body. Of course, nobody has never been seen since he left that bar. He left Aruba, spent some time down in Peru. He met a girl there who found out he was the same guy connected with the disappearance of Natalie Holloway in Aruba. He killed that young woman, got mad, was arrested and convicted of the murder, sentenced to a few years in prison. Not a life sentence. What was it, like 28 years or something?
I think it was 22.
22 years, whatever. The U.S. filed charges against the scum a decade later after he told Natalie's mother that he would give her information about the teen's whereabouts, but he wanted $25,000 up front as a down payment. He never gave her anything, but promised if she would give him $250,000, he would definitely come clean. The Holloways finally went to the FBI. After all these years, he was finally turned over to the U.S. for prosecution, but only if he would be returned to finish his sentence for the murder in Peru. What a screwed up mess this is. In a plea deal, Vandersloot's confession was released. He made a deal with the prosecutors that if he would give up and tell what occurred actually to Natalie Holloway, then his sentence would be minimal. Well, he's going back to Peru anyway.
True.
The arrogant piece of crap admitted that Natalie refused his sexual advances on a beach in Aruba that night. He became angry and beat her with a cinder block, beating her to death. His claim is that he dragged her body into the ocean and turned her loose. He said he climbed out of the water and walked home. In an interview with authorities on the 3rd of October, a couple of weeks ago, his quotes were chilling. I smash her head in with it completely, speaking of the cinder block. Her face basically, collapses in. Even though it's dark, I can see her face is collapsed in.
How horrible.
That scum should be turned loose in this country, especially in Alabama. And then let the good folks of Alabama take care of the problem once and for all.
I agree.
Cut him loose and tell him what time you're going to just set him free.
But you know what didn't make sense to me? Where he claims that after he bashed her face in and killed her, he went knee deep in the water and released her body.
Well, that would be about right.
But how come it never resurfaced, or how come it didn't float to shore?
Well, it probably was consumed.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. But it just seems like something Something would have
They
floated
should have
back
found
up.
something. Still not buying his entire story here.
No, I'm not either. I have questions.
Well, that's not good enough details for me. He would have to provide more in-depth information. I read the whole thing. I read it all. Whatever. Folks, schools, some places are not places you want to turn your kids loose to go to, okay? Even though they have so-called, what do they call them, escorts or something? Adult supervision
Right.
on these
Chaperones.
trips. Chaperones.
Yes.
How did she get to a bar without the chaperones being involved?
Yeah.
She went to a bar.
Yes, she did.
Now, and I'll tell you, in the Caribbean, she was 18. They don't really care, to be honest with you, in the Caribbean, how young you are. I don't know about the laws, but I know drinking age is 18. But I don't even think they enforce that. They don't care. She was with other people at the bar, and they let her go. When you go to a place with others, do not separate from them.
Never. Stay in
Never,
your
ever,
group.
never, ever, never. This is the kind of stuff that happens. There are predators. They are known as predators out there. They're waiting for young, inexperienced, generally females, but sometimes males.
I'm still curious too as to what extent was his father involved in all this, because there was talk at
He
one
was
time.
a judge, I think, in Holland, I believe, and he managed to get him released from custody in Aruba, and the excuse for a human went to hop back to Holland for a while.
Let's see.
Should
Sad
never have
story.
been. Should never have been released. Should have undergone a lot of intensive interrogation, shall we say?
The only blessing out of him
And
confessing.
Aruba doesn't have that kind of crime, and they don't have that kind of law enforcement. They should have asked for assistance. We
Right.
volunteered. We
Yes.
said it's an American, and the FBI did get involved.
What I think the only blessing that came out of him confessing is closure for the parents and the family.
Yeah.
They finally have some closure.
Yes, maybe, but I don't. Do they believe what he's saying?
Well, the mother was interviewed yesterday, and
Mhm.
she said that she's finally felt closure,
Yep.
and that she believes what he confessed to yesterday, because previous lie detector tests, previous interviews, it all fits now.
It does. It
comes
all
together.
fits. It fits. But this guy. Did you look at him? He's got the devil's eyes.
He does. He's got insane eyes.
Well, insanity was all over him.
Oh, that's
And,
true.
God
But he had
willing.
a smug look on his face.
Now, based on this confession, Aruba should be able to draw a warrant and charge him with murder.
Yes.
Why
like you
not?
said, it's another country and their laws and what they do.
Yep.
I
Well,
just don't know.
They really should be able to draw a warrant and immediately. I would take him into custody as soon as I could. Work a deal with Peru. Yes, we'll return him to Peru after he's arrested and tried and convicted in Aruba. And then when he gets out of Peru, he still will face punishment in Aruba,
Right.
which is what should happen
Right.
if he lives that long. No, not going to put any money on that one either.
Just how many years has this taken? It's just been so
Since
long.
2005.
Yes. 2005. 18 years.
Think about it.
18 years. That child, that young lady would be a mother.
She'd be 36 years old now.
Mhm. She'd have I would imagine she'd be married, have children,
Mhm.
have
Her parents would be grandparents.
And that's why, and I'm sure you as a grandparent, I mean,
Oh,
I stress over my grandchildren. I just stress.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stressed that they're not going to be smart enough to know that, stay away from here or don't do this, don't do that,
Yeah, well.
But, we were there once, weren't we?
No, I never was. I was that age, but I was always prepared.
Prepared and alert.
I was.
I think I pretty much
Always have
was
been.
too, but you think back and you're like, wow, if I knew then what I know now,
Mhm.
I probably would have never left the house. Be a hermit.
At times were different back then too.
Right.
It was not like it is
Very
today.
much so. You could walk the streets at night.
We did, and we
We did.
walked the streets. We went camping. Well, we
We
did
did
all sorts
in our
of
front
stuff.
yard.
Well, we went camping way down in the woods. My friend, next door neighbor, and I, we would hike from here. It's about a 3-mile trip to where we
Right.
went.
We used to
Here in
camp
full
out.
gear.
We'd go to the campground up here on 17 North, up there near Maysville.
That's not camping out. That's just
You had a little
being-
pond and you could fish and
Yeah,
you could.
well-
It was for us kids. It was pretty cool.
Well, we went out in the woods right off right across from where the country club is. There used to be a logging road, a dirt logging road,
Mhm.
and we would walk down that thing to a certain location. It was about 2 miles down there, and then another mile through the woods, dense woods, and we would end up on the banks of the Northeast Creek.
When we were kids, we used to go to Scotch Bonnet Pier, and that's where we spent our weekends at the
Mhm.
beach. We didn't know about rip currents. We didn't know about all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how we'd survive with some of the stuff we did.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a break, do a little bit of
Yeah.
weather. It's looking pretty good today. And
Yes.
get a little dicey, but not too bad.
Mm.
But we'll take a quick look at that. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about a prisoner.
Excuse me?
A prisoner.
A prisoner. I thought you
He's-
said governor.
He's
I had just taken my headphones off for a second.
he's now a prisoner. He wasn't before. He was on the other side of the fence before.
Oh.
He's now a prisoner.
Oh. Okay.
You're not going to believe it. You're live in local
Oh,
Real Talk,
okay,
Freedom
well.
97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Weather's next.
Freedom 97.1 WSME with Kenville Cardinal High School football.
Be sure to tune to WSME Freedom 97.1 FM and worldwide at WSME971.com. This Friday night, homecoming, as the Cardinals host the Falcons of South Central High School from Winterville. Pregame 6:30, kickoff 7 p.m., followed by the Golden Corral postgame report. Jacksonville High School football is made possible by the following 5 sponsors: National Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, Golden Corral, Modern Exterminating, Jacksonville Heating Contractors, CNS Paint, Bartley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer, JOEMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Bob Mills Mitsubishi, Coastal Bank and Trust, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, Bradley's Jewelers, and Lane Family Dentistry.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength.
Come see the fire-breathing baby. Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emo wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility, and designed to deliver a premium cut. Stop by Mills International today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
It's summertime. No schedules, no stress, and no cooking. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen has got you covered. Order a Carolina-style seafood boil to go. Sausage, potatoes, corn, with your choice of shrimp, crawfish, lobster, clams, mussels, crab legs, or a mixture. Seafood boils also make great party pleasers. Quick lunch of Philly cheesesteaks, Italian sausage, fish tacos, and more. Dine in or take out. Curbside or dockside pickup. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen. Corner of Front and Moore Streets in downtown Swansboro. BurrowLowCountryKitchen.com.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the holidays, Mixed Masters Concrete of Buteville can handle the job. Large or small, Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulaville. Proud to be part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina, and thanks all our military families and all that serve. Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Nice, cool nights, chilly mornings, and warm temperatures during the day. Life is good.
Oh, yes.
And if you want to add a bit of fun to that, head on over to Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop for all of your boating and fishing wants. Tideline is now restocked with frozen bait shrimp and squid, as well as live for those who prefer natural bait over artificial. And if you come during business hours, every day, Tuesday through Friday, Tuesday through Saturday, beginning at 8:30 and closing at 5 o'clock, Tuesday through Friday, and then at Saturday close at 2 o'clock. But you can get ice there too. They've got ice.
Nice.
It is hard frozen ice in bags. It'll last a lot longer in your cooler. The weather is perfect for this week. Perfect opportunity to spend some quality time on area waters. If you don't have a boat, Todd or George can lend you a helping hand with that problem too. Perhaps your old motor has seen better years and is more of a pain in the butt than it's worth. A new American-made, American Power Mercury outboard, complete with a warranty, will take care of those insecurities and give you a lot of opportunities for years to come to fish. Check out the line of Aloha pontoon boats, too, the Lund fishing boats. And if it's offshore or near shore, ask about the cool center console fiberglass boats they have in stock. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Today, offshore, easterly winds 5 to 10 knot, seas not much, 2 to 3 feet. Dominant period 10 seconds. That means those waves are far apart. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Tomorrow, westerly winds 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5. Dominant period 5 seconds. It's getting a little dicier on Friday. Sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Then Saturday, westerly winds 20 to 25 knots, diminishing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon. Gust up to 30. Seas 4 to 6 feet, 3 to 5 near shore. Sounds and rivers rough, diminishing to choppy in the afternoon.
And today we have a 40% chance of showers late this afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 71, east wind 3 to 6 miles per hour. Tonight, a 60% chance of showers after 1 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 57, calm winds 3 to 5 miles per hour. Friday, a slight chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible after 5 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 74. Friday night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m., then a chance of showers between 8 and 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 53, and Saturday, beautiful, sunny with a high near 70.
Okay, there's this woman down in Hotlanta.
Hotlanta.
An attractive lady, single. She said this guy had been asking her out for quite some time. Finally, she agreed to have drinks with him. Well, she suggested an oyster bar for drinks. Okay, whatever. Where she proceeded to down 4 trays of a dozen oysters each. That's 48 oysters, complete with crackers and sauces, and then proceeded to record the whole thing for TikTok, including loud, obnoxious slurping. Up close and personal. I'm guessing that at a top-notch oyster bar in Atlanta, those oysters cost about $2 to $3 each.
Right.
Because that's the way they do things. And when her date had to make a head call, that's a bathroom trip in case you didn't know, she ordered more food. Side order of crab cakes and potatoes. Well, after about a half hour, she got a little suspicious that her date had not returned. She was left with a tab. She paid it. Then she called him and complained. His reply was that he had invited her out for drinks and that he would gladly reimburse her for that. And she caused so much grief over her post, not only for acting like a pig feeding at the trough, but for the sloppy slurping that she caught on video and posted online.
I saw that story and I was like,
didn't see anybody who was against the guy.
Right, exactly. One thing he did wrong was waiting so long to leave.
Well, he was, I guess he just wanted to say, what in the world?
I think I would have known first 10 minutes time to go.
Yeah, after the second tray of oysters that came out.
Yes, really.
Those things, this is a really high-end oyster bar, too.
I think it said she ordered like 48 of them.
4 trays of 12 each,
Yes.
4 trays of a dozen, 8 oysters. And then she ordered crab cakes and potatoes.
What's your first clue, dude, that you need to go to the bathroom?
Well, that was it. I guess he picked the best excuse that he could come up with. I would have been answered by cell phone. Say, what? Huh?
Yes.
Oh my God, I got to go. I'll say bye.
House is on fire.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Take care of it. I'll be back.
Yeah.
No.
There's some crazy people out here these days.
Any of you
I'm
folks been
telling you.
in that kind of a situation? First of all, posting everything that you eat on Facebook, and while you're eating it, especially raw oysters, is not the coolest thing in the world to be seeing.
One thing that bothers me that people do, which everybody's got their own thing, is when all these posts, I'm not feeling good today. My leg hurts.
Oh,
I've
God.
got this and I've got that.
If I did that every day, it would that's all I could be thinking about.
Or they're going in for an operation, and so we have to hear every step of the way. And I have a younger sister. Every time she just even sneezes, she's got to post it. And I'm like, my older
Really?
sister and I were just like, oh. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you see that a lot,
They do.
Oh, I woke up and my stomach's hurting this morning. Well, take some Pepto. You'll be fine. But that's what social media has become to a lot of people.
Antisocial.
It's it's to share everything. And there's some stuff going around on social media right now concerning some of our school board members, and it's ridiculous the stuff that these
You were
people
telling
are
me a
putting
little bit
out
about
there.
that, and I'll tell you what, if I was my friend out there, I would be hitting up a certain attorney in this area that we'll be interviewing probably in next week or the week after.
Oh, yes.
I'd be hitting her up, and I would be filing a suit
You know
like
what's
they have never
interesting?
heard of before.
You've heard the adage about living in a glass house, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Just
so people need to draw the curtains because
Just you wait and see.
yeah, it's just like, why have we become such a vicious society?
Because we're just, I don't know.
Is you don't like somebody, you don't like the job they're doing. Why are you going on social media and inventing and listening to rumors
Just
and
quit.
sharing them? Stop. Yeah, be grown up. Speaking of social media, I don't know why this made me think of it, but North Carolina General Legislature is in the process. They have just drawn some new maps for redistricting.
Oh,
I'm
goody,
not
goody,
happy,
goody.
but they're supposed to be going up for vote next week. And I did a quick research this morning here in the studio. I need to go back and make sure there's not more than one map. But right now, it takes Onslow County out of the 3rd Congressional District, where we've been for a while, throws us into the 7th Congressional District with New Hanover. What were the other?
Bladen, Pender,
Bladen.
Brunswick.
Yes. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just, no. It throws us in with Pender, New Hanover, Brunswick, and Bladen.
You know, you would think that considering that we've got Camp Lejeune, the New River Air Station here, that you would want to keep them in the same district with Cherry Point, keep kind of like the coastal military communities together.
Right.
Why would they even think of moving that?
They took a lot of the 3rd district. Now they shoved us into the 7th. This is what they're proposed. They've made a new district. Well, they've made Craven, Jones, Pamlico, Carteret. They didn't make it. This is what they're proposing, and put that in a district all to itself, which is District 13. And then District 3, the existing District 3 has moved high and left. But that means if this was to be voted on and passed, which I can already tell you there's going to be lawsuits, we would lose Congressman Murphy as our congressman.
Yeah, we've currently in the 7th district, Rouser is the
David Rouser.
Yeah, is the
He's been congressman since 2015.
something like that. Yeah.
Yes, I'm not happy. I am not happy about this map. I mean, we're still keeping our same. We'll still be keeping our Senator Lazar. He's still Onslow County.
That's the state side. That's on the state side.
That's on the state side. That's
And
on
our
the
state
state
house will remain the same.
And the state house will remain the same. It looks like I'll have to go back and compare it all, but it looks like maybe some of our districts within the house,
State house.
for Onslow County, the lines may have changed a little bit.
But don't know until you can get a
I have
detailed
to have
map.
a map where I can,
A
get a
detailed
detailed
map,
map.
yeah.
But where, like, say, I might be in 14, it might change to 15, depending on what line separates. So we'll see. We'll see, but
Onslow will still, part of Onslow, a portion of it will still be within the district that is Pender County is shared with Pender County too.
yeah, with Carson Smith.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he right now has a small amount of Onslow County, and he'll keep that. I think that's like the Sneeze Ferry, Folkestone area, somewhere up in her Holly Ridge.
Well,
Okay, I
think
need a
it's-
detailed map.
Yeah, I think part of it is close to Richlands also, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But Richlands is not in it.
Right, but I'm not looking
So we
forward to
don't know.
this
We'll
change.
have to see what happens. All right, we're waiting for a gentleman to arrive from Carteret County.
Yes, from Carteret County. He should be here
Carteret County.
soon.
We call it Carteret County. That's what some of them used to call it back when. So maybe you want to check with him, see if he's lost, because he hasn't been to the studio yet.
Well, he has explicit directions, and so of course we don't know about the traffic out there because he's coming from what you say.
Yeah, you got school buses out
What'd
there.
you call that?
Carteret County.
Catcher County.
Catcher County.
Okay.
It's Carteret County, y'all.
Yeah, next break I will definitely give him a call.
You don't have to be a prisoner to be dumb. Did you know that? Take a former Oregon State Prison nurse.
Oh.
38-year-old Tony Daniel Klein, a former male nurse at the Coffee Creek Correctional Facility in Oregon, it's Oregon's only women's prison too, has been convicted in federal court of sexually assaulting 9 female inmates. He's been sentenced to 30 years in federal prison and 5 years of supervised probation after he has served his active time behind bars. You're going to do the federal time, you're going to do the time, most of it. Klein served as a nurse at the Coffee Creek Correctional Facility in Wilsonville, Oregon from 2010 until January 2018. He interacted with female inmates who either sought medical treatment or worked as orderlies in the prison's medical unit. Aided by his access to the women and his position of power as a corrections employee, Klein sexually assaulted or engaged in non-consensual sexual conduct with a number of female inmates entrusted to his care and was often alone with his victims and assaulted many of them before, during, or after medical treatment. For women who worked in the medical unit, Klein manufactured reasons to get them alone in secluded areas such as medical rooms, janitor's closets, or behind privacy curtains. Klein made it clear to his victims that he was in a position of power over them and that they would not be believed if they tried reporting, fearing punishment if they fought back against or reported his misconduct. Most of Klein's victims submitted to his unwanted advances or endured his assaults. Talk about being a scumbag. Not sure how he's going to fare while serving 30 years. He got a lot of problems. He's 38 years old now, I think I said. He's going to serve 30 years. Okay. And, you know, these were not the only 9. These are the 9 who came forward. They all finally got together.
Oh, that's good.
There are more than 9.
I imagine. Where do these creeps come from?
I don't know.
Creeps. And I don't know. Well, maybe he'll receive some of the treatment.
Yep.
While he's in prison.
Pretty much count on it.
Yeah, he dished out.
Yeah, you can count on it.
Yes.
He's going to pay the consequences. Being in a prison, working as a nurse or any employment activity, you're not going to be liked in the first place when you end up in prison. And those who are in federal prison are generally fairly bad people. They've done some awful things to warrant being in prison. So, okay, let's talk about the president. He said he got no pushback from Israeli leaders about his pledge to give $100 million in humanitarian aid for the people of Gaza and the West Bank and other matters. I got no pushback, Biden told reporters while at Ramstein Air Base in Germany following his visit to Israel. Virtually none, he said. Biden spent Wednesday in Israel, where he spoke with Israeli leaders and announced a $100 million pledge in humanitarian aid to assist the people of Gaza and the West Bank. He added that reports that U.S. troops would back Israeli forces if Israel is attacked by Hezbollah, a Lebanon-based terrorist group, he said they were false. The president also said he was confident in Defense Department intelligence that determined an explosion at the Hamas-run hospital on Tuesday was the work of terrorists and not of Israel. The explosion occurred at the Baptist Hospital in Gaza City, which Hamas said was the result of an Israeli airstrike. They lied. The news was met with condemnation across the Arab world and prompted the cancellation of a 4-way summit between Biden and regional leaders in Jordan. Israel determined the explosion was the result of a rocket misfire in Gaza by the Palestinian Islamic Jihad terrorist group. What a bunch of morons.
Well,
a bunch of morons.
I blame some of this on the media for the national media for information getting out before it was even confirmed where the rocket came from, because one of the channels started right away saying it was from Israel.
Really?
Yes, which took off with a lot of people. And it wasn't even, I mean, this was right after it happened. They were saying it was Israel that shot the rocket. And of course, as the evening went on, they were having to backtrack. But I mean, one would assume watching television news, and when they said it was a rocket from Israel, you're thinking, why? Because they have been working on this past week or so, doing the humanitarian thing where they're giving the Palestinians that actually live in Gaza that are not part of this time to leave the area.
Yeah.
So why would they go bomb a hospital?
But Hamas is not part of that. They don't want them to leave.
That's right.
They usually they've been human shield.
That's right.
They put their
holding babies in their arms.
Yeah.
As a shield.
Scumbuckets at the best.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we've got a gentleman in the studio here, just arrived, and all the way from Catchert County. So we'll be chatting with him about all good things military. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Would you like to see Michael Jackson live in concert in Los Angeles? Yeah, you just keep on listening to the Weekly Top 40 and we'll get you to Los Angeles. A close-up visit with Michael Jackson's concert in L.A. the first week of November. The Weekly Top 40 and the challenge. Listen this weekend for the hits and more information. Thank you, Pepsi. And Michael, we'll see you here. Rick Dees and the Weekly Top 40.
The Weekly Top 40 80s edition, Sunday night, 6 to 10 on Freedom 97.1.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morris City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint, phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Half-cut boneless ribeye loin is only $12.99 a pound. Beef short ribs are only $5.99 a pound. Boneless sirloin end pork chops, just $1.99 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground chuck, $3.59 a pound. Pork spare ribs, just $1.79 a pound. And jumbo pack fire wings, just $2.99 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Urban Produce, Bartlett, or Bosque pears, just $1.49 a pound. Buy 1 pint of sweet grape tomatoes, get 1 pint free. Western apples, just $1.99 a pound. Fresh yellow or zucchini squash is only $2.49 a pound. Jumbo navel oranges, 99 cents each. North Carolina grown sweet potatoes, just 89 cents a pound. And jumbo green bell peppers, 99 cents each. And you get 2 8-packs of the 12-ounce size of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $10. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the P. Safety on the highways begins with your tires. Before you hit the highway this upcoming holiday season, visit Battlefield Tire Pros, 103 Norris Road and Highway 24 in Swansboro, and let them inspect your tires for your peace of mind before traveling. Since 1963, Battlefield Tire Pros has served our community and military neighbors with name brands such as Michelin, Uniroyal, Firestone, Goodyear, and many others, including a good selection of used tires. They also carry lawnmower tires, four-wheeler tires, and motorcycle tires. And alignment service is available by appointment. Save time and money by skipping the ships and big box stores and let locally owned and operated Battlefield Tire Pros handle all your tire needs. Battlefield Tire Pros at the corner of Norris Road and Highway 24 in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Phone 910-326-4178 or visit online battlefieldtirepros.com.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back in the studio with us, Air Force veteran, member of the Honor Guard for, I don't know how many years, Pete Bennett. Good morning, Pete. How are you?
Good morning. Greetings from Carteret County.
Carteret County, yes, sir. All the way. Did you have any problems getting here?
Traffic, which I don't miss from Washington.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yes.
Anyway.
It's just what we said.
Yep. What's going on?
Well, thank you so much for having me aboard with you and Lee. But today I'm very pleased to announce that my former unit, the United States Air Force Presidential Honor Guard, will be coming here for almost a week, 30 October through the 5th of November.
Good gracious.
And I had a dream several months ago when we started negotiating this, actually started last year. And I said, you know, I really wanted to uplift Eastern North Carolina, and in particular, Onslow, Carteret, Craven counties. And I wanted to give people a little hope in their hearts and a little smile on their faces.
We certainly need it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I contacted my colleagues up at the Honor Guard. They said we'd be happy to come. And we originally were going to do it on the 11th, but we couldn't because of a scheduling error. So we're doing it on the 4th. Now, with that being said, I contacted some of the folks here in Onslow County and in Craven. I said, look, let's do a joint venture and kind of work together. And in particular, Rayford, I really wanted to reach out to the children. The children are our future. They're our most precious gift from God. And they have really struggled over the past couple of years, emotionally, mentally, physically. And I just wanted to give them, like I said, a little hope in their hearts and a little smile on their faces. So when I contacted the Honor Guard, they said we would be delighted to come down. Matter of fact, Pete Trask is the commander of the Honor Guard. He's coming down with the drill team on the 30th of October. They'll be staying at the Holiday Inn in Carteret County there in Moorhead. And the ceremonial marching flight will be coming down on Thursday night. Now, that being said, I'm going to give you a flyer here, pass it down to you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, for kind of helping me share the word. What we're looking at is starting on Tuesday, we'll be performing in Carteret County at a couple of schools. And the first performance will be from 7:50 to about 8:15, and that's going to be in Broad Creek Middle School. And Another thing that we want to do, the ultimate objective here, is to recognize our military, first responders, law enforcement, fire rescue. And at the end of the performance, we're going to recognize our teachers.
Oh, good.
Because if we didn't have teachers, we wouldn't have doctors to fix us when we ill.
Thank you.
We wouldn't have lawyers. We wouldn't have scientists and engineers. And it's often been said that a civilized society is an educated society. And we need to really let our teachers know how much we appreciate them, respect them, but most of all, how much we love them. That being said, we're going to do 2 back-to-back performances. As I said, the first one will be from 7:50 to 8:15. Then 8:25 to about 8:40 or so, we'll do the second performance there. Dank Burrito, the merchants have been wonderful. Restaurants are saying, we'll be happy to have you guys treat you to lunch or dinner.
That's awesome.
So we're going to go to Dank Burritos there, one of my favorite spots in Carteret County and Moorhead. Clark and Robert McGinnis are good friends, and they fix everything from scratch. After that, we're going to be heading down to West Carteret High School. Colonel Vince Gianni is a friend of mine, and they have an Air Force ROTC unit there. We're going to do a performance. And like I said, we want to recognize the teachers at the end of the performance and tell them thank you. Because in particular, the last couple of years have been a major, major undertaking and task for teachers to figure out a way to keep our students on par with their education. Okay. Then Wednesday, we're going to be down here in Craven County. And the first stop off, first performance will be about 8:30 to 8:40. We're going to Havelock High School, where I graduated from. The Havelock Rams. I know, I'm in Cardinal country.
Look at her Cardinal.
Well, I've always had the greatest respect for Jacksonville. Growing up in Havelock and Cherry Point, U.S. Marines are my heroes, World War II guys. I looked up to them, I respected them, and they inspired me to join the military and serve my country.
Because there was no Air Force during World War II.
That's correct. Didn't come around until 1947, National Defense Act.
Like that.
1947.
It was the Army Air Corps.
Yeah, Army Air Corps.
I did not
It was under
know
the
that.
Army. Mhm.
See, being a Marine child all my life, I didn't hear much about the Air Force.
Second performance, we're going to be doing at the local high school, Havelock High School, as I said, and then I think we've got another one lined up. It's going to be in West Craven. Right after lunch, we'll be riding up to West Craven to perform for them there. And then the third performance, we're looking at Roger Bell Academy. Okay. Now, Thursday, the big day for Onslow County.
Okay.
We'll be rolling in early, coming down here. First stop is Northside High School. We're going to perform at approximately 10 o'clock. For the drills are primarily about 10 to 12 minutes. They're precision manual of arms. We have a fully operational M1 Garand with a chrome bayonet that weighs 13.8 pounds.
I like it.
Yes. My favorite weapon, which I do have one, a dear friend of mine. I actually have an M1 Garand, is how you pronounce
That's the way
it.
it's supposed to be.
And it actually is, it's at my home. And it's a World War II correct grade M1 Garand.
Wow.
And then I have a 1911. So I'm a big 45 guy.
So am I.
After that, after we finish at Northside, we're going to be heading out to Dixon. And the nice part of it is John Marks and Myra and the wonderful folks, Brittany at Mission Barbecue called me the other day and said, we will feed the Honor Guard lunch.
Good.
Which I thought
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. I mean, Lee, the outpouring of love and support is just monumental.
You know what I like about Mission Barbecue? At noon.
Yes.
You know what they do?
They play the national anthem.
Yep.
And do you know who's going to sing it on that day? The Air Force Honor Guard.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I got goosebumps, don't you?
What day of the week is that?
That is going to be on Thursday, and that'll be
We need to
November
go.
the 2nd.
Okay.
And we should be there. We're going to try to get there before 12 because, we'll be finishing with Northside. We're going to try to get there early and in preparation. But, Mission Barbecue, when I talked to Brittany, her husband's in the Marine Corps, and she's their corporate director. And I told them, I said, look, it is so nice to see restaurants and companies and organizations that remember our roots, our faith in God and love of country.
Absolutely.
And it's time to bring back the spirit of America.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm also waiting. I'm working with Chris in the superintendent's office. I think we're going to do one more performance. Friday, the 3rd of November, we will be performing at 11 o'clock at the Walter B. Jones Park for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
Good.
And we've got a dear friend of mine, Willard Jackson, and his friend Al are going to be doing echoing taps.
Oh,
If you come, bring a lot of tissues.
they did those. Those gentlemen did the echoing taps at a huge dinner we had a couple years ago. There
Reagan.
wasn't a dry eye in the room.
Yeah, it was the Reagan dinner.
Yes.
And I was choking up on stage.
Yes.
And then, like I said, after that, we're going to be doing this performance. We are going to come back down here to see Helen Gross at Swansboro High School.
Oh, good.
And we'll be performing from about 1 o'clock to about 1:10. And again, what we like to do is take the opportunity to sit down with the students, take some photographs, sign some autographs, give them a little bit of inspiration. Because again, it was the World War II generation that inspired me to serve the country. And I just want to carry the torch of freedom and pass it on to the next generation. Lastly, on Saturday at 11 o'clock in Carteret County, the drill team and the marching unit will be participating. And we're going to have the drill team as the last unit, and they're going to perform for about 10 minutes at Show Center.
Wow.
And at the conclusion of that, we're going to play God Bless the USA and Chariots of Fire. And, then we're going to ask, the families and the children to come join us. Friday night at 5 o'clock at Southern Salt, we're going to put on a fabulous dinner for invited guests and for the honor guard. It's Carolina brisket, barbecue, potato salad, coleslaw,
Good
etc.
stuff.
Well, they said that's one of the reasons why we're coming, because we love your seafood and your hospitality.
All right, we got to take a real quick break. We'll pick it up when we get back here. Live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME.
This is Coach Bo Williams, head football coach of the Jacksonville High School Cardinals. Follow the Cardinals all season long, right here on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. Down East is your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool. Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com. Need service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryan is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. East, Bryant, whatever it takes. Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want Want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof? Call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring for the perfect girl? We have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our showcase. Our long-standing relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lutz family has been a part of thousands of I Do's for over 72 years. Nobody does I Do like we do. Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club, Jacksonville.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Pelosi, President Biden is back in the U.S. after meeting with Israeli officials in the aftermath of Hamas's attack and the ongoing war in Gaza. Speaking to reporters on Air Force One in Germany, he expressed concern for Americans still being held hostage.
I'm hopeful we get some Americans out as well in Gaza, and then hopefully we can continue to work toward getting other Americans through other means as well.
He has a primetime speech scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern time today on the war in Ukraine. The House of Representatives expected to try again today to elect a new speaker after Jim Jordan failed once again to get enough votes yesterday. And a deputy in Southern California rushed to a hospital after being shot Wednesday night in Palm Springs. Suspect in custody. No word on the deputy's condition. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
And we rejoin, and again in the studio, Pete Benton.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Retired colonel with the Uncle Sam's Air Force.
Yes, sir.
How many planes did you fly?
Well, actually, I was a staff support officer, and I was in charge of country club operations.
Ah, gotcha.
There you go. Weren't you kind of referring to something like that earlier, Rayford, before he came
well, you know, a really good friend of mine, a coworker down at Thailand Marine. He's a prior Air Force, and he calls it Chair Force. And he said, when we go camping, and when you mentioned the Holiday Inn there in Moorhead, he said, but when we had to rough it, we had to get a room at the Holiday Inn. That was roughing it. So it's all fun.
Yes.
Interagency rivalry, I guess.
Oh yeah,
it happens. Okay, so we got the honor guard coming, thanks to you and your efforts.
Thank you.
So we do appreciate that, and appearing at a number of locations here in Eastern North Carolina for that pretty much that entire week.
Yes, sir.
Now we still got to get our alma mater involved in this thing, because Jackson was not on the list there for one reason or another, but there is some time in the afternoon after you leave Dixon to make it back to Jacksonville High before they leave for the day.
Yes, sir.
So we'll have a chat.
Good, absolutely.
We'll have a little little chat. Too bad you're not going to be there. Couldn't be there for the ball game. Let's see, the homecoming is this weekend, but there's another ball game the following Friday night. That'd be a great time for you to show up.
Oh my gosh. Well, it might be something that we can arrange. I was going to tell you too, on Saturday, 11 o'clock, I think I mentioned we'll be performing in the Morehead City Veterans Day Parade, which is one of the
I was going to mention
running.
that too. You didn't have that in here, but you're going to be there.
Yes, sir. And then 5 o'clock that night, we'll be back at Southern Salt for invited guests. We're going to have the Carolina seafood buffet for everybody. I've got some live entertainment. Tiffany and Fernando are going to be playing some gospel and contemporary music. So we want to make it such that they'll be clamoring to come back. With that being said, it is my long range goal, hopefully, what I'd like to do in the future is to bring down the Marine Corps Honor Guard Silent Drill Team, bring down the Navy, the Air, the Army, etc.
That silent drill team is like,
they're awesome.
That will send chills all over everybody.
Yeah. I went when I was in the Honor Guard. I called up the Sergeant Major at the 8th and I said, "Hey, is Pete Benton here?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "I've got my fiance here and my future in-laws." He said, "Sir, we'll give you VIP there at the 8th and I." My father-in-law, my future father-in-law, who was a Korean veteran, had literally had tears in his eyes. And I have to say the Marines are the sharpest honor guard up there. I love my Air Force, but I will tell you, the Marines, Semper Fidelis rings true in my heart.
All this talk about veterans, and you know me. Yeah, you. Woof. Stop.
There's one other thing that I'd like to mention, if I may. Several months ago, Lee Greenwood, his folks contacted me about doing adoptavet.com. It is a nationwide program. What Lee has done is organized about 30 of the top country and Western music stars in the entire United States.
He could do that.
Yep. He's a great guy. We knew him back when we were in the Honor Guard because he performed with the band. Absolutely loves the military. Lee's a pre-recorded concert, and it's a dedication to all veterans and their families. And adoptavet.com is the website. You can go there and donate $50, and a veteran and his spouse will be allowed to go to a theater. It's going to occur on November the 12th at 2 o'clock in 900 theaters all across the United States.
Really?
To say thank you to the veterans and their families and appreciation. And I'm very excited about it, and I've been working with his folks. And quick story. Ronald Reagan, one of his favorite songs was God Bless the USA.
I'm sure.
Okay. When Lee sang it for him back in the 80s, it's a beautiful, touching story. And when he got ready to hit the note, and I'm proud to be an American, Ronald Reagan stood up with tears in his eyes at attention.
Stop.
And he said he had to fight with all of his heart and soul. He said Pete almost couldn't finish it. And he told me when we were talking, he said, "Pete, do you know why I wrote God Bless the USA?" And I said, "No." He said, "I wrote it to reunite this country." And I looked at him and smiled. And I said, "You did a fabulous job." But I said, "Do you know, Lee, who inspired you to write that song?" And he kind of turned his head perplexed and looked at me. And I said, "God inspired you to write that song to reunite this country."
Cool.
We need that today.
We do.
All right. In memory of my former boss, Ronald Reagan, I want to present you with a major historical photo. This photo was taken actually in June the 13th, and June 12th, 1987, at the Brandenburg Gate in Germany before the world's leader. Ronald Reagan gave one of the greatest speeches in his history and his career. And in particular, in his administration, he had Mr. Gorbachev tear down this wall. Also, I have for you a Presidential Honor Guard coin that I want to present you.
Thank you.
That's a Ronald Reagan Presidential Honor Guard coin. And you know the history behind that. The coin is symbolic of friendship and love. When someone gives you a coin, they are telling you, you have a friend for life, and I'll always be there for you.
Oh.
Semper Fidelis.
And I have one of those proudly.
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
Well, it will be displayed with honor.
Yes.
Thank you. As will that photograph. It will go up here.
Yeah, very nice.
We'll find a place.
Oh, this is an emotional moment for me. Now, and we're hoping maybe that very soon, with Pete's help, to get Lee Greenwood to actually call into the radio station here and talk about that. He's been working on that, so which would be wonderful. You know, living here in this community, we need to honor our vets every chance we get.
Yeah, well, all over this country,
Yes.
everybody should be doing that.
Right. Most especially, I want to tell everybody, you've got till the 20th to get your applications in to be a part of the Veterans Parade. It's free entry. I will once again later today put that information on our Facebook page. Please, 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 if you don't enter in it, please go out and line the streets.
Yep.
It just means so much.
Yeah, if you want to enter it, you can just go out and walk it.
That's right.
There's no
Wave
entry
a flag.
fee.
That's right.
It's free.
One of my favorite quotes from President Reagan was, "There is no force in all the world greater than the moral courage of a free people. We are Americans and we are free."
Right.
And it came with a price.
Yes.
To get us here.
Only a veteran knows the price of freedom because we paid for it with our blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep.
Y'all got to stop. Don't we have a commercial or something? It's just everything is so sensitive right now because of what we're facing in the nation and the world.
A lot of us are looking at it and thinking, this is just maybe the beginning volley.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm very fearful. I should not be fearful in this country, but I have to be these days because we opened up this country for an invasion.
Yes.
Right.
We have opened up this country for an invasion.
Yes, we have.
And they've been staging it. They've been planning, conniving.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a plan.
Picturing.
There is a plan. And it's unfortunately, they've disguised their plan and their efforts to get into this country with so many other individuals who are just innocent people.
Well, this has been going on since World War II.
Yes, it has been.
It's the long-range plan of the Communist Party. But I would tell you this, that we veterans have given the best years of our lives in service to our country.
Mm-hmm. You have.
And we will not stand by and watch that flag fall.
Nope. There are a lot of us out here who feel the same way. And, that Japanese admiral
Yamamoto
at the end of World War II was asked the question, why did you not invade the continental United States?
Because behind every blade of grass is an American with a gun, and he will kill you.
Yep.
Well, go back to the 1700s with our founding fathers and mothers. Yep. How is it that 13 fledgling disunited colonies were able to stand up to the greatest naval and army force in the world and achieve victory and freedom? It was the will of God. If God is for us, who can be against us? It's time to turn America back to God and acknowledge him.
Those citizens from those 13 original colonies, they also had learned a lot about fighting that was not British inspired. Mm-hmm. And the British did themselves in with their red coats that stood out like sore thumbs, and our buckskins blended in, the original camouflage.
Mm-hmm. And there's phenomenal stories about General George Washington. Do you know how many times that he had 3 or 4 horses shot out from underneath
him? Yes, he did.
He had bullet holes in his vests and everything like that. He virtually escaped, with no major injuries or wounds or whatever. And I'm going, there was a great spiritual force protecting that man.
For sure.
There's a story about one of the British spies saw General Washington one afternoon in the woods. He knelt down beside his horse to pray. And the British spy stood there and watched him and said, "This is a man of great faith. He has something great that he believes in that inspires him." He went back and told the British generals. He said this. He said, "We're in trouble." He said, "This is a nation of God's people." And he said, when the commander-in-chief of the American army kneels beside his horse to pray, that tells you something about the faith of this country.
Mm-hmm. We will not be defeated. We got way too many of us that will not let that occur.
2010, I was in Germany as a senior war plans officer with my wife. She's a veteran. I walked the shores of Normandy, Sword, Juneau, Utah beaches with Cindy. And let me tell you, my uncle earned the Bronze Star for valor at the Battle of the Bulge. My other uncles fought in the South Pacific. I stood there in absolute awe on Normandy beaches. And you look at those beautiful white crosses and you think, the price of freedom. And there's a great quote by a gentleman that was interviewed in World War II. And he said, why did you do what you did? He said, we only brought light to darkness, and we came not as conquerors, but as liberators. June the 6th, 1944, almost 10,000 men died on those 5 beaches, liberating that continent from the throes of Nazism and fascism.
My late uncle was one of those individuals. He was in the Seabees that made the and helped build stuff, runways and everything else.
Wow. When Cindy and I went to Point du Hoc, where the 100 Army Rangers scaled the 100-foot cliff, I crawled down in one of the craters that the American naval guns, 16 inches, were dropping 2,000-pound rounds there.
Wow.
It was 20-some feet in the ground.
Wow.
I had to crawl out of the crater. And you're going, how in the world did they do this?
Pete, thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. We do appreciate it here. And I'm sure the citizens of Eastern North Carolina will appreciate it even more when they get a chance to see. Veterans Day Parade is on the 4th, I think it is.
Yes. We're celebrating on the 4th because we couldn't get it on the 11th.
Right. So it will be in downtown Morehead City. Is that the same day?
Same day as
Veterans
ours.
Parade here. Okay.
I know, and Pete was working and talking with some people. The possibility in the future is Carteret, Craven, and Onslow kind of working together on Veterans Day and supporting each other's parade. The only problem is most everybody has their parade on the same day.
Yeah, I know.
So, but there's some talk going around to see if there's something that we outsiders can do to help the parades in the 3 counties.
Okay. Have a honor guard from different branches of the service in each one of the communities.
That's a possibility. Or what you can do is like maybe at 9:00 on Veterans Day, we can perform in Jacksonville, then go up to Carteret County at 11 or 12, perform there, and then about 2 or 3 perform in New Bern.
Right.
I can buy that too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just some logistical issues, but it's time to rekindle, to relight the torch of liberty.
Your Air Force, you could get a helicopter, right? Just commandeer one.
We'll get them a 747.
That reminds me of a joke, but I'll tell it later. Not about the Air Force.
Oh, shucks.
It's about a police officer giving a ticket out. So we'll do it. I'm not going to take Pete's time.
No. That's all right.
Pete, thank you for coming down.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time. And now you're going to go find some breakfast.
Yes, sir.
If you're going here, right up the road here is a great little restaurant, Helen's Kitchen.
Right.
You got to go through Swansboro anyway. Take a ride on Main Street, right off Corbett, and Yana's is open for breakfast.
Oh,
you know
Yana's
Yana's,
is
don't you?
good.
I think so.
It's really good.
Okay.
So
great.
either one is wonderful, wonderful
hungry,
food.
yeah. We do this every day.
I know.
During
And then I
8
get
o'clock
hungry.
hour, we start talking food.
I go heat up some crab biscuit there and bring it in here to eat
Oh,
it.
that was so good.
I'll close with this quote from Ronald Reagan about the Marines. There are those in the world who wondered that if what they did made a difference in this world. Well, the Marines don't have that problem.
There you go. All right, let's take a break. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back with weather.
Freedom 97.1 WSME with Jacksonville Cardinal High School football.
Be sure to tune to WSME Freedom 97.1 FM and worldwide at WSME971.com this Friday night. Homecoming as the Cardinals host the Falcons of South Central High School from Winterville. Pre-game 6:30, kickoff 7 p.m., followed by the Golden Corral post-game report. Jacksonville High School football is made possible by the following fine sponsors: Southern Touch Painting and Maintenance, Wismart Chappie's Chicken, Great Gas Oil and Air, Jones Funeral Home, OAJ, Drive-In Storage of Beulaville, Pro Image Solutions, Bryn Mawr Jewelers, the law offices of John Drew Warlick, Bayshore Animal Hospital, David Hull State Farm, American Dream Cakes, and Jersey Mike's.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above. If your check engine light is on and you plan to travel to visit friends and family this holiday season, it may be time to call or visit Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Cold weather is tough on cars and trucks, and the pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your starter, battery, and charging system to keep you on the road and warm with complete heater repair. From tune-ups to transmission service, a hose, a battery, or whatever you need for holiday travel, let the ASE technicians at Battlefield Automotive help you. All work is guaranteed, and the staff at Battlefield Automotive takes this time to say thank you for the opportunity to serve all your auto and truck repair needs, and wishes you the best this holiday season and the upcoming new year. Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbett Avenue, Swansboro. Phone 910-325-0828 for Battlefield Automotive.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Barlow Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Barlow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. Nice, cool nights it is out there. Chilly mornings a little bit and warm temperatures during the day. Life is absolutely good. If you want to add a bit of fun to your life, head on over to Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop for all of your boating and fishing wants. Tideline is now restocked with frozen bait, shrimp, and squid, as well as live worms for those who prefer natural bait over the artificials. The weather is perfect for this week. Perfect opportunity to spend some quality time on area waters. If you don't have a boat, Todd or George down at Tideline, they can lend you a helping hand. They can hook you up in a heartbeat. Perhaps your old motor has seen better years and is more of a pain in the butt than it's actually worth these days. A new American-made, American-power Mercury outboard, complete with a warranty, will take care of those insecurities and give you a lot of opportunities for years to come so you can go fishing. Check out the line of Aloha pontoon boats, the Lund fishing boats, and if it's an offshore or nearshore task that you want, guess what? Ask about the cool center console fiberglass boats in stock. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Easterly winds offshore today, 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 to 3, dominant period 10 seconds, sounds and rivers a light chop. Tomorrow, westerly winds 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon, seas 3 to 5 feet, dominant period 5 seconds, sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. And on Saturday, a little bit more of a challenge. Westerly winds 20 to 25 knots, diminishing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon. Gust up to 30 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet, except 3 to 5 near shore. Sounds this will be rough, diminishing to choppy in the afternoon. So just stop by the store and seek out some fishing tackle for another day. That would be the best thing to do.
Yes, it would be. And today we have a 40% chance of showers late this afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 71. Tonight, a 60% chance of showers after 1 a.m. with a low around 57. Friday, a slight chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible after 5 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 74. Friday night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. and then showers later in the morning. Mostly cloudy with a low around 53. Saturday is going to be sunny with a high near 70. And I'm happy about that because Robbie and I will be working at a golf tournament on Saturday on base.
Yay.
So beautiful weather. A little chilly in the morning, but I'm in.
Hamas terrorists apparently used North Korean provided weapons during the attack in Israel a couple of weeks ago. They got evidence of it now.
Is that a shock?
No, it's not. We knew North Korea, the little pimple out there, had his hands in something, no doubt about it. They have denied selling arms to the terrorist group, but you know bloody well that they lie with every breath that they take.
Every breath, yes.
The F-7 rocket-propelled grenade, a shoulder-fired weapon that fighters typically use against armored vehicles. A video of Hamas terrorists using the F-7 record launcher has been confirmed through analysis by two experts on North Korean arms and South Korean military intelligence. The AP also conducted an analysis of the weapons captured on the battlefield. These rocket launchers fire a single warhead and can be quickly reloaded, making them valuable weapons for smaller militias and guerrilla forces running skirmishes against heavy vehicles. So, yes, Hamas is using them. Yes, they came from North Korea. They also used North Korea's Type 58 self-loading rifle, a variant of the Kalashnikov assault rifle, the AK-47. You know, it's not just one that we've got. There's a picture right here of a guy who looks like an AK-47. It's a knockoff. It's North Korean made.
Oh.
It's like the Russian SKS weapons of World War II. They're knockoffs all over the place, primarily Chinese. They look the same. Hard to tell them apart visually. Quality-wise, there's a big difference. The Russian-made weapons they've got quality. The Chinese knockoffs, not so much.
All right, check and make sure. Chris Miller should be calling in shortly to give us news about the football games.
And a prediction for the homecoming game for the Cardinals.
I've already got a prediction on that.
Oh, I have too.
So looking at the stats for South Central compared to the Cards. Now, that doesn't mean Cardinals come in there with half an attitude.
Don't get a big head.
Get in there and just let's do it to it. It's homecoming Friday night.
Well, their challenge would be to get more points than they did last week against Connolly. That would be the way to do it. They got 52. Connolly got 14. They deserve one. The other one was a slip through, one of the TDs. But it could be a cakewalk, but the Jacksonville guys do not need to assume that it's going to be a cakewalk.
You never need to assume.
Underdogs can come out from hiding, and you never can tell. We have been the underdogs, and we have done exactly the same thing on many occasions over the decades.
Yes.
I've watched it.
Yes.
So we're waiting. Chris will be calling in
Chris will be
about
calling.
6 or 8 minutes.
And talking about sports, tomorrow on Sports Talk with Chris Rayner will be Jerry Allen, the voice of the Cardinals.
Uh-huh.
So be sure to tune in and stay tuned in after our show for Sports Talk.
Yep. We'll remind you of that again tomorrow, too.
That's right.
Former President Donald Trump and President Biden are running neck and neck in a new 2024 presidential election poll. But the data suggests that an independent bid by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. could upend the race in Biden's favor. Yeah, the people who would come out to vote for Kennedy would be taking votes away from Trump, no doubt about it. And Biden will walk back in. Any third-party candidate is going to take votes away from Donald Trump. Because the people that are supporting Trump, they're looking for somebody other than Trump to support, but it will not be Joe Biden.
I just really, in my heart, just watching the president now, listening to his speeches, I just don't think he can do another 4 years. Why? Why even go through re-election?
Joe,
it's time to retire.
A good question. And, why should he needs to retire, but who's going to take his place?
Well, see,
who are the Democrats? Would it be Kamala Harris? I'm not even sure she's qualified to run.
Well, she's qualified. Anybody can run. You can run.
Where was she born?
Oh, there's been a lot of talk about that too. I'll have to research that. But yeah, she's a U.S. citizen.
I know she's a U.S. citizen. We got a lot of U.S. citizens that were not born here.
But there was something in the Constitution that says you have to be born.
Yes.
Here. All right. What was that?
After a certain period of time, because originally half of them not born.
If I
here.
remember correctly, she was born here. It seems like her parents immigrated here, but she was born here. I'll research. I'll get that information up for us.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as I know,
I don't know. That's the kind of garbage you're hearing.
Yes.
But anyway, but is she qualified?
What qualifications do you need?
She hasn't shown much.
Well, that's
But who else would there be if Biden bows out? Who else would there be?
See, that's what surprises me about the Democratic Party. I would have thought that they would have gone ahead and started vetting and started grooming someone because they know Joe's age. Mm-hmm. They know he's got issues because of his age.
He's not going to make it another 4 years, even if he's reelected.
Why are you just going to throw him back
in?
Because he won the election in 2020? Well, I don't know. I'm going to get grief for that because he
won the election in 2020.
Right. And so he beat Trump, so they figure he'll beat him a second time. So let's just keep him in there. The man, there's a lot of people that can reach that age that are probably more active than me, sharper, but
he's not one of them.
Joe Biden, he is just, I can't see him doing another 4 years. He's going to die in the job. I mean,
there are people my age who can get out there and run in a marathon. Right. I am not one of them.
No.
Okay.
And I have a friend that lives up near the Raleigh area, and he's older than me. He's out every single weekend running in triathlons and races and 5Ks. Yeah. And I'm like, I do good to run to the mailbox and back.
I'm not going to run anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about sports. Let's talk about Friday night. Good morning, Chris Miller. How are you?
Doing good. How's everybody doing this morning?
We're hanging in here, sir. Chris Miller, the sports editor of the Jacksonville Daily News, the man about town, the man about, is there a football field in eastern North Carolina that you haven't been to?
No, I think there's in terms of football field, I think I've been to Havelock, Newbern. So yeah, I'm sure there's probably one or two that I haven't been to within our local region. Oslo, Craven, Carteret, but I don't think there's that many that I haven't been to.
I'm pretty sure of it. And I see you down there on the field while we're sitting up there in our plush press box, and we watch you. We try to keep up with you
with homegrown home cooked chili.
Y'all need to it's great being in the press box because y'all can enjoy the comfort, especially with it being cold. But I swear, there's nothing like being on that football sideline, especially during some of those key moments where the kids and the coaches are really excited. It's really neat to see, and you actually feel a part of the team, kind of being on the sidelines like that. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I brought a crock pot full of chili, my chili, last week, and we spread it with everybody. You should have come on up.
Yeah, I'll have to come up next time, and sorry I didn't get a chance to say hi to you guys last week, and it was a good effort by the Cardinals, but 52-14, and they unfortunately I won't be at Jacksonville's on Friday night. I'll have to be at White Oak High School on Friday.
Of course, yes, I understand
we'll
that.
have to send some food for Friday night.
Okay, well, good. You'll have somebody there, I'm sure.
Yeah. So predictions.
I'm sorry.
Your predictions for Friday night.
Well, if the Cardinals play like they're supposed to, and they don't succumb to the homecoming distractions, then I think they'll come out and play a great game and take care of business like they're supposed to. But when you're dealing with high school young gentlemen and high school young ladies, homecoming is always a big deal, and that always seems to be a distracting week for all the sports teams, especially the football team, because they've had a whole week of the homecoming festivities. So I'm sure the coaching staff will have their kids pretty pumped up. But I will say this: football coaches do not like homecoming week because of the distraction. So,
yeah.
We'll see how the Cardinals do on Friday.
Yeah, well, I can just imagine they don't like it. All that pomp and ceremony just takes away from the game as far as they're concerned. But anyway, well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of confident, but I don't want to be too overconfident, and I hope the team is not overconfident.
No, and
I think they'll be fine.
I'm sure the coaching staff will have the kids motivated and pumped up and ready to go and focused. And football coaches in particular are really good about finding different things to motivate their kids, or finding something to even if it's nitpicking. Hey guys, we did this right. Let's focus on this. Let's focus on that. So they do a great job of making sure those kids don't get complacent. But again, you're dealing with high school young gentlemen that they got other things on their minds, their school and friends and their phones and all that stuff. So, but the coaches really do a great job of making sure these kids stay humble and stay focused.
Is it true that the State Athletic Association next year is planning to allow an extra timeout in case a team wants to call it, so the players can make phone calls?
What?
No, but I'm sure you guys have heard about the General Assembly trying to stick its hands into high school sports, and that's a long issue that we've all here us media folks have been trying to monitor and follow and everything. But there are certain things that I think that our local elected officials need to be paying attention to. But just the governance of high school sports I don't think is not one. So I really wish our elected officials would worry about some other things than getting their hands on high school sports.
Yeah, I would hope that they would. That would, there are places that they don't have any business being going. So that's my thought.
So what's your prediction on White Oaks game?
Well, that's the game I'll be at. The White Oak Vikings will be playing host to the Richland Wildcats on Friday, and the winner of that will be that's for those conference championships. So
wow.
It's going to be a great game, and both teams are playing hard and playing well going into the game. But I would give the edge to White Oak. But hey, Richlands is a good team, and they're going to come out pretty fired up too. And I won't be surprised if they pulled off the upset.
That's going to be a good
game. But again, with the Cardinals, I think the Cardinals, if they take care of business and stay focused, they'll win by at least 2 or 3 touchdowns tomorrow night.
Okay, very good.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
As always,
all right,
thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks, Chris.
Live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, and we'll be right back.
really started off the first self-contained group. Brad, Carole King, John Denver, Donovan, Gene Pitney, Neil Sedaka, George Harrison, Jim Croce, the Rolling Stones, Isaac Hayes, the Rascals, Chuck Berry, singers and songwriters next to Gold. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Freedom 97.1 and 1120 a.m. WSME.
The holiday travel season is almost here, and if you need automotive service before hitting the highways or just regular maintenance, Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair and all alignment and suspension services too. Cedar Point Tire. They carry all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire thanks you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours the best holiday season and a happy new year. Come ride with us this holiday season.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384. For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall. B2 with Cub Cadet. Zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Houston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back live here the last few minutes, 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes of the show. I started talking earlier about the latest poll with Trump and Biden. Trump is slightly ahead of Biden, virtual tie, 49 to 46%. 5% are still undecided. So the people that they polled. So that's why it's still a virtual tie. But that's without Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in the race.
Just
If you add him to the race,
gonna make a difference.
then Trump loses. Biden wins.
It's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Talk about races and elections. Today's first day for the municipalities for you to go vote. If you live in a municipality, go vote, go vote, go vote.
With the same poll, if Kennedy is added, 16% would support him, 37% for Trump. So Trump would lose from 46% down to 37%.
Yes.
Biden would lose from, well, he's virtually the same, isn't he? 44%, 46%. He would lose 2%, and Trump would lose 9% of the people.
I'm telling you.
A third-party candidate will screw up the election.
Mhm.
And either way, regardless of who else wins, but they tend to screw up elections.
And the number of people that have changed their voter registration from Republican to unaffiliated has grown tremendously.
Continues to grow.
These people are tired of being identified with one or the other party. And I think we may have a few surprises in play on this next election. It's going to be interesting. But getting back to your question about Kamala, tomorrow's her birthday.
Happy birthday to
She was
you.
born in
Yeah.
Oakland, California. And this is a Reuters check. Vice President Kamala Harris is eligible to be president of the United States because she was born in the United States, automatically making her a citizen, leading constitutional scholars say, contradicting online post, social media, that revive an old and discredited narrative. She's ineligible because her parents were foreign nationals. She is considered a natural born citizen
Yes, well,
of the
she
United
was
States,
natural born. She is natural
as
born.
defined by the Constitution, and her parents' citizenship status at the time of her birth does not affect her eligibility to be president.
Which brings out a point. So some of the illegals that have made their way into this country,
Mhm.
and maybe there are some foreign powers at play here, that we have illegals in the country,
Right.
perhaps pregnant, getting here.
That's right. And they have the child
and
here.
their child would be eligible to become president.
That's absolutely correct. Just like I said, they're natural born citizens.
So in the future, 35 years, you got to be 35 to be a president, at least.
Right, 35.
So in 35 years, I won't be worrying about it. But in 35 years, we could have a foreign national party supported individual from Iran as our president, or from China, or from North Korea, or
Right.
from Russia, or from Venezuela.
What's the one Congresswoman's name? Tlaib. Her last
Yeah.
name is Tlaib. Where was she born?
I don't
Let
know.
me see. I'm going to have to look that up. Because, right now she's condemning Biden
Of course she is.
for,
Supporting Israel.
supporting Israel and offering money to Gaza,
Mm-hmm.
which that's a whole nother story right there. Who you would give it to in Gaza?
Well, you have to find the right people. Humanitarian stuff.
Right.
Gaza is not made up of 100% Hamas, of course.
Right.
Hamas is a terrorist organization that's taken up roots there.
But it's been said that money in the past that has gone to them has gotten into the hands
Of
of
course it
Hamas.
has.
And that's what helped build all those tunnels and stuff instead of going to the people. Yes. So let me see. She was born July 24th, 1976 to working class Palestinian immigrants in Detroit. So she's a natural born citizen.
She can run for president.
That's right. Her parents were immigrants from Palestine. So
Okay.
there you go.
Yep. Let's take a break. Final break. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morehead Plaza in Morehead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morehead Plaza in Morehead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1867. Relax. We're on the way.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we told you at the top of the show here a couple hours ago, almost a couple hours ago, about the Natalie Holloway case, and that this Vandersloot dude, he has is on trial here, but he made a plea deal. I don't know what the end result is. If he was truthful and came forward with information about what happened and how he was involved in the disappearance in 2005 of young Miss Holloway, an 18-year-old high school senior on a senior school trip to Aruba. We didn't go to senior trips to Aruba or places like that. I don't think, I didn't go anywhere. I just opted out of it. I didn't really care. But Natalie's mother, Beth Holloway, who's been, a champion, and it's a well-off family. They've been, she's been working diligently to get to the bottom of this whole case. She says she is satisfied and that she believes what Vandersloot said in his confession, that he didn't murder her daughter in Aruba, but she also says it's been corroborated. Doesn't say a lot about how, but it has been corroborated with some physical evidence as well. A transcript, which I read part of it earlier. It's a disturbing response from this low-life excuse for a human being.
He's very smug.
About how he took her to the beach that evening after they left the bar together, and that she refused his sexual advances. So he beat her to death with a concrete block and beat her in the head. And then he dragged her body into the water till he was about knee deep or so, and then pushed her out. Okay, well, Ms. Holloway, Beth, said she understands. She says the only thing she has problems with, how could he have murdered my daughter and then goes home and checks the soccer scores, site, gets up, takes a shower, and goes to school?
We've seen that happen a lot in cases. It's just, he's a sick, sick individual. And to me, he deserves way more than what he got.
Well, he just doesn't. She said the team out of Miami, the Birmingham FBI team, prosecutors, they were all involved. A Miami polygraph operator was there, and all of the information, the evidence points to him telling the truth about this and how it happened. He's got nothing to lose.
No, he doesn't. But he's always been so arrogant in the past about it. I mean, he was trying to extort money from her parents, and I'm surprised that he finally came out with it, and that it's closed case. A lot of closure there for a lot of people. It's just. I told you my granddaughter went several places this past summer.
I know.
I was like, do not even tell me until she is back home, and then I'll be okay. I didn't even want to know. She went to Cancun, and where was the other place I told you she went to?
I don't know.
Belize.
I remember
I remember. Oh, anyway, I'm just like, but yeah, like you said, where were all the chaperones? And I realize how old was she? 18 at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Considered an adult, but still, if I'm taking a group.
She's in high school.
If I'm taking a group of students, my eyes are going to be on them.
She's in high school. She was in high school.
Right. Sad. It's just horrible. Horrible. Absolutely.
We talked about this, but not on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Passengers to London.
Yes.
Apparently experienced a day of travel that went from bad to worser. After someone defecated on the bathroom floor, resulted in the cancellation of the entire flight. EasyJet travelers, I've never heard of EasyJet, found themselves stuck on an island after hours of delays. The pilot can be seen on video and heard sharing the news with the crew and passengers, news that was met with an abundance of groaning and not so nice words.
Somebody actually went into the bathroom before the flight even hit air.
Took a poop on the floor.
And did number 2 on the floor. I wonder.
They had to put them up in hotels, and there were not enough hotel rooms.
Well, I'm just like, was there any way to do an investigation on the passengers to see who looked the most guilty? I know you did it. It's just,
there are low lights everywhere. Okay, coming up tomorrow, 7:30 in the morning.
Yes.
The man who's been at the center of an attack.
Oh yes.
By a bunch of dissidents, including one school board member, is going to join us in the morning. Dr. Barry Collins, the school superintendent. We've had a couple of talks, and I've invited him. And
we're going to hear about the nice things.
That's what we're going to go after. Right. We're going to say what else is going on.
Right.
It's what I want to know. Tell us about it.
At the meetings, I mean, they do presentations on these awards and everything in the school, but nobody's listening.
No. So you're going to have to be listening tomorrow morning.
That's right.
So just tune in, and you'll get to hear Dr. Collins. Many of you don't know him, except by the so-called reputation created by the dissidents.
The dissidents.
I like that term.
I like that term too. We have dissidents
here.
It's
because I clean it up a lot because I can't really call them what I know that they are.
No, we weren't on Facebook or radio. If we were just on YouTube, we could, but we wouldn't.
We wouldn't.
That's not us.
Okay. Anyway, that it will be a good time in the morning. So we'll get to see the other side of Dr. Barry Collins and find out what's going on the other side of the fence.
That's right.
Okay, coming up now is Fox News, and after that, about 10 o'clock this morning, another dose of the Daily D's with Rick. I've got to meet Rick. I have not met him yet. I need to get him on the phone. And we'll have a chat with him.
Let's work on that.
And then we'll have to let him sing his little song.
Yes. Disco Duck.
Disco Duck.
That's
if y'all don't know what it is, go ahead and Google it and play it one
and
time.
Then the best part of the day happens at 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock, Rick is going to hand it off to Hollywood. Our guy, our man about town, Hollywood man.
He's our celebrity.
Town. Yes, he is our local celebrity. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME. See you in about 22 hours.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. Ms. Foster. President Biden's back from Israel and says Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu agreed with the need to help civilians in Gaza.
I got no pushback.